Ilustre. Like any boy, I guess everyone gets fascinated with comics. I started at an age of probably 8 when my mom bought me my very first comic book. And since then, I got fascinated with superheroes, comic heroes. I learned about DC, Marvel heroes, and I started collecting from there. Through the years, I've sold a lot of my comics already by this time. But probably when I found these 2 remaining books that I have, which is a hardbound copy of my very first comics, which was purchased for me by probably my mom and dad many years ago. I was probably about 8, 9 years old, and during that time, each comic was probably about 75 cents. So you can probably say that this comic's about more than 35 years old. Those times I really didn't care which character my mom chose for me. Actually, nakita ko rito iba-iba, meron pang mga black and white, mayroon pang mga Mickey Mouse. So I could imagine I was very young then. Actually, I remember, siguro kaya naka-hardbound to because during that time I was young, my mom was complaining about the mess that I was making as far as the comics were concerned. So one day, I just arrived home and naka-bound na, naka-hardbound na. And during that time, it was okay. Although I realized if this was not bound like this, it would have probably be worth something a lot today. Before, when I was a kid, it was my mom and my dad would buy me these comics. I really didn't have a choice of which comics to buy. And that's why I guess this copy is also something that reminds me, especially of my dad, because my dad really liked a lot of Western. And I get to see here like the Rawhide Kid, a lot of comics about cowboys and Indians. And I guess my dad chose this for me, because in a way he also read some of these things. So actually that makes it a little bit more special. When I graduated from college, started working, I forgot all about these comics. It was during that time that I got married, when my mom turned over to me all my things from the house, and she gave me this. So it brought about a lot of memories of my childhood. In fact, it sort of rekindled my interest in comics, and that's why after so many years, I decided to buy another comic. But eventually, through the years, of course, I shifted to a different hobby, and I slowly sold each and every comic that I had before. It's actually of no value. I wouldn't be able to sell this, but it's in a way priceless, because it's not only part of my childhood, but it's actually also the way my parents also showed their love for me, because I guess during that time 75 centavos was very expensive, considering that today probably a comic book would cost about 100 pesos plus. So I guess that's something special also as far as this hardbound copy is concerned. Actually now I'm into a totally different hobby, but I must say the hobby that I'm in right now, my new obsession, all started from this, from a simple comic book. Now I'm venturing into something much wider in terms of scope. This is actually the inspiration, from a single comic book to this.